All right, EJ Daigle here again, talking a little bit more about using video, both for distance learning and face-to-face. And specifically today, we'll talk about the Canvas screen capture function. So using Canvas screen capture, upon successful completion of this topic, you should be able to utilize Canvas's screen capture technology to record a lesson. You're always going to be looking for this kind of goofy icon here with kind of the screen with the play button and these interconnected little pads here. You'll see the word studio used a lot, but you may still see the word ARC used in some cases. ARC is a third party that Studio or Canvas purchased to embed into the Canvas LMS to create what we call Canvas Studio now. All right, so what does screen capture software allow us to do? Screen capture software allows instructors to record their voice while navigating slides, very similar to what I'm doing right now. They also allow instructors to demonstrate the use of software tools to students. So if you're doing CAD software or some sort of math software or something or programming, you could actually demonstrate that and they could follow along, either synchronous or asynchronous. They also allow students to pause, rewind, and rewatch lessons anytime, anywhere. So let's go ahead and, you don't have to do this right now, but I do want you to see where to do it. You may want to later on try this out with a short 1-minute video or something like that. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to find Studio. So this is where I'm going to demonstrate. This is one of those benefits, right? I can demonstrate. I'm going to go into my dashboard right here. And I see that these are the courses I'm teaching, but I also have a Studio link. I'm going to click on that Studio link. You'll see that icon we were talking about a minute ago. And when I come in here, you can see all the videos that I've recorded, right? But in addition, I can add YouTube videos, I can add other videos, or I can just record. And when I click on record, I can either do a screen capture, which is what I'm going to do today, or I can do a webcam. So some of the stuff you see here, like this video was a webcam video. This video was a screen capture video. So I'm going to do screen capture. And when I go to screen capture, I'll launch the recorder. It's going to take a minute, so I'll let that boot up. Once it comes up, it's going to give me the opportunity, do I want to do 480, 720, active window, or just full screen? And I'm just going to pick full screen, and I can see my narration's working fine. And then all I have to do is click on this record button. And again, if I want to record on the webcam or the webcam and the screen, both, I can do that here. So I'm going to click on record for just the screen, and I can see it's recording right down here. 3, 2, 1, go, and I can see the time start incrementing down here. So now I could go into my slides, and if I was doing a PowerPoint with my students, I might start talking about something like Ohm's law. Consider the circuit shown below. What is the resistance through R1? Well, I know the current, what's current through R1? Well, I know current is equal to voltage over resistance, so it's going to be 12 volts divided by 470 ohms. So I could click on this and I'd say I equals E over R. 12 volts divided by 470 ohms equals 0.0255 amps. And I can step the students through how to solve the current through this particular resistor. And then I could ask them, well, what happens if the source voltage was 24 volts? Well, still I have I equals E over R, right? And everything else stays the same. Now I've got 24 volts divided by 470 ohms. So now my current doubled. By doubling the voltage, I doubled the current. Why? Well, because voltage and current are directly proportional versus resistance is going to be inversely proportional. So it's going to be able to give me, my students, and I, a chance to see the calculations I'm going through. Now, even better than that, though, is the ability to do something in like a software. So imagine Multisim as an example. If I wanted to open up my Multisim software and demonstrate this to the students, I could click on this and I could build that circuit. So I'll let the Multisim software open right now. It takes just a second for the Multisim software to open. Multisim is a simulation software used in electronics. And I'm just going to build that circuit. And students could be following along with me right now, right? I could be saying, okay, let's grab a voltage source. So we need a DC source, DC power. I'll place it in here. Oh, and by the way, I wanted it to be, I think it was 12 volts was what we were using, so we'll keep it at 12 volts. And then Instead of sources, now I need a resistor, right? So we're basic, and resistors are in here somewhere. Where are they? I just saw them. There, a resistor, I need a 470. I think is the value that we had. So I'm going to place that 470 ohm resistor in here. And oh, by the way, I can twist it if I want to just right click and go 90-degree clockwise. And then if I wanted to add in a meter, oops, that's not a meter, sorry about that. The meters are right here. I could add in an ammeter because I want to measure current like we did a second ago. So I'll grab that one right there and I'll throw him right there. Close that out. Connect the positive to the positive. And then this will connect to the negative. And right now I see 0 amps. Well, what am I expecting again? What I'm expecting for 12 volts and 470 ohms, which we just did a minute ago, was 0.0255 amps. So let's see if we get that in multisim. So I'll go ahead and run this. And sure enough, 0.02, I didn't get 55, it's rounding it to 3 decimal places, but I get 0.026 amps. And I've just essentially verified the result that I was expecting from my PowerPoint slides. So again, the ability to show them these calculations, but then also to demonstrate it or demonstrate a software. I could be demonstrating a CAD software right now if I wanted to. I could be demonstrating almost anything if I wanted to. All right, so short assessment for you folks. Where can you find screen capture software? Well, you don't have to go down to IT or go search the internet. It comes free. It's on Canvas Studio, ready to go. What must be done with your video once it's complete? I don't know that we've talked about that. Let's maybe show that real quick. Well, we can ask a question. It must be embedded into a module or an assignment. So now that I've completed my video, what I really want to do is I want to look down at the bottom left down here, and I can see this little pause button, right? And I can physically stop my video by clicking on that pause and clicking on done. Now, mind you, I've got another screen capture software going so I can screen capture what I'm doing in Canvas Studio. At this point, I might call this my Canvas Studio screen capture. This is and I could put a description on it, demonstration. So whatever your lecture was or your lesson was, that would become the title. And then this would become the description. This is a demonstration using Canvas Studio to capture PowerPoint slides and multi-sim demo. Again, my goal was not to teach you Ohm's Law per se today, but more so to just show you how to use the screen capture software. I click upload now, and now it's going to start uploading. At this point, I'm going to pause my screen capture software because this can take a minute or two, so you don't have to watch my bar go up. So I'll go ahead and pause. All right, so I'm back now, and now that it's uploaded and published, and that took about 2 minutes or so for it to do it, I can actually see my video is part of my studio. And I could click on it, I could view it if I wanted to. I'm going to turn the sound down so I don't get any feedback on this. But if I wanted to watch it, I could actually watch myself going through that video tutorial, and I'd have the sound as well. As I'm watching, you can see me walking through this video tutorial. You can see me demonstrating the multi-sim stuff. And then I would take that video and I would embed it into one of my courses. I know that I've got my studio now. I can just embed that video right into one of my assignments, right into one of my modules. So pretty easy to use, very, very handy to use. All right, so what's next? So we've done the intro, we've done the screen capture. The next demonstration that I'm going to do is with the Wacom tablet and using some digital ink annotation. So that'll be demonstration number 2, and then we'll get into demonstration number 3. I'm going to end every lecture I do with questions. If you have any questions, any concerns, you should do your lectures this way as well. Please do not hesitate to reach out to me. Again, E.J. Daigle, there's my email address and my phone number. And I hope you've enjoyed this sample lecture on using Canvas's screen capture in Studio.